Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site as a post archive, and on Patreon for extra support and any kind of updates I usually go about on the Twitter X platform there. Saturday I didn't manage to go about and doing a news episode. I got a little bit busy with work, and then I wasn't able to do a gaming news even later. I was not. It was not worth it. But I managed to go about and doing some live stream. I think Sunday, yesterday only. Yeah, I did Friday and Sunday. Yeah, that's basically. Saturday I was a little too busy to do anything, but I did manage to post the episode, which was Mutant in Zero. I got it on the backlog. That's why I prefer to have backlog episodes to at least I can publish them if something happens. And later today, of course, going to have the last episode of Prey. Yeah, it's a doozy in the terms of it's a little bit longer than usual, but there will be a final episode of Prey, and again I still need to figure out if I will start over a new series or if I pause at the moment and maintain two active gameplay series so I can focus a little bit more on Elden Ring, given that everything that I do in the channel is on my spare time. So doing some live streams does take a little bit on making recordings and everything. I probably the most probable thing that I will be doing is maintaining Mutant Year Zero until I wrap up that one, and also Jedi Fallen Order, because after Jedi Fallen Order we got Jedi Survivor, so at least it's going to be a longer kind of thing here. And after Mutant Year Zero I will get around and playing a new game, because I think Elden Ring is a little bit it keeps me a little bit more busy. I've been doing minimum 2-hour streams, so yeah, it takes a little bit of my free time, and trying to combine that with more recordings, it's proven to be a little bit challenging, and I don't want to miss out any of those and try to at least maintain a fixed schedule. So yeah, I'll most probably I will maintain these two active series, or at least two active series, even after I wrap up Mutant Year Zero, and maintain again I cannot make a commitment on having a fixed schedule for live streams. Yesterday I streamed throughout my day in the afternoon. When I can, again, I advise you to follow me on Twitter, just in case. I usually, when I stream, is like 10 minutes, 15 minutes before I start the stream proper. I will, when the intro starts on the stream, I usually tweet out, so if people want to join, they can get here. And of course, this is all in preparation for my Shadow of the Earth 3 DLC, and of course my first playthrough on the Elden Ring. What else? Regarding the channel, basically I think this is it. Again, on Rumble, this is the posting of VODs. When I can, I just post the VODs of the streams. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I got a playlist dedicated to that. Yeah, I just cut the intro and the breaks of the stream basically, and I just, or any kind of interruptions. One of the streams, I think VOD program 9 was we got a lot of crashes, but the last stream that I did yesterday, we only had one crash by the end of the stream, which is a better sign. Hopefully that maintained, and of course it was the stream itself was almost 5 hours, so I can forgive that. I made some tweaks on my setup, and again I can stream at this moment in time on 1440p on YouTube and 1080p on Rumble at the same time, so I think it's a good achievement to maintain that. And of course every VOD will be 4K 60 on the YouTube and 1440p on Rumble because of the file size limits there. But yeah, not much happening still. Today is Monday. But we got some interesting news. MSI announces that all AMD 600, chipset 600 and Intel and most Intel 600 700 motherboards will now support the higher capacity modules from DDR5, which are the 24 and 48 memory modules that are the most recent. This is good news, since I also got an Intel. I got MSI board. I think it's the 650p Wi-Fi. I got on my I got my PC part list on the link on the description below. I don't recall the full name of the motherboard, but I'm pretty satisfied. I think I got 216 modules there. I don't plan to, at this moment in time, to upgrade anything there. If I do, I probably just jump into 32, given I don't know, maybe 32 gigabyte modules. I don't know. But yeah, now they have now the BIOS stuff to be upgraded if you want to support this these new modules, the 24 or the 48 gigabyte modules, which is pretty good. Given that usually in terms of gaming performance, you just usually with AMD you just stick to DDR sticks there, so you can get around 86 no 96 gigabytes, which is pretty good. Or you can just slap to 24, get 48. Well, that depends. But yeah, it's very interesting that we now can have a recent edition available 64 gigabytes modules. Again, this is too much RAM. If you're just gaming, I think you get 32 gigabytes, so 2 sticks of 16. It's plenty to just play around and future-proof your build. In terms of more heavy-duty kind of productivity workloads, again, the more RAM usually the better. But yeah, it's good to see that at least MSI, at least this is the only brand that I saw, they fully officially now support with this new higher capacity modules there. At least that I saw. I think, I don't know if ASUS already done this or not, but again, we got this thing from MSI, so I think it's a good thing here. Supposedly also the Golden Rabbit edition, so the 7900 Golden Rabbit edition will have a global launch now on the 27th, which is tomorrow, at $550. Again, this is a very interesting in the sense that the way they went about it, the layout of the chip itself. In terms of performance, supposedly they want to compete with a 4070 because it yeah, supposedly this is AMD numbers, of course, so take it with a grain of salt. At 1440p max settings, supposedly gives 14% average more FPS, even though you got some cases here that it's like on the limit of margin of error there. But yeah, I don't know what kind of supposedly max settings, I don't know. They don't give us raw numbers, so we don't even have a clue here. But the interesting thing here is it's a little, in terms of compute units, it's way better than the 7800 XT. It is only like $50 more, give or take, supposedly in the MSRP, which is good, but it maintains the same memory. The same memory bus. The memory speed is a little bit slower. And the bandwidth is a little bit less, mainly because the way that the Navi 31 XL is done, they put like the huge die, the smaller die from the Navi 32, and they stick a chip, so a cut down chip of the Navi 31 in there, and they had to disable two MMCs, I think they are called, the memory modules. That's why it only has 16 gigabytes and doesn't support like 24 or 20 gigabytes of VRAM modules. And it strangles a little bit the memory speed there, mainly because how they went about it. Again, it's just like a Lego piece there. Even though it's not a bad, it performs a little bit better, of course, than the 7800 XT from what I can get. Yeah, for the same price that the 78 4070, I don't know, the 7800 XT, I don't know which usually they compare to. Uh, yeah, yeah, as you can see, it pairs a little bit similar. In terms of gap of performance, is not that huge, even though it has more compute units. That's why, of course, that's why we have this kind of price a little bit closer to the 7800 XE. But yeah, it's at least one more option that you have. But yeah, the constraints is here is basically how I explained how they went about it, manufacture like the Lego stuff there, placing a Navi 32 chip and putting the GPU core itself from a Navi 31, a cut down version on there, and this makes this kind of Frankenstein kind of a GPU here. Yeah, but at least it's another option that you have in case you don't have one. And if the price maintains, I think it's not that bad. But yeah, it is what it is. In terms of gaming news, you've got more updates here on the Witcher 3 HD Reworked, the next gen version of this mod, which is made by Hulk Hogan. This is a very well known and high quality work here, and is I think is not sure if he's finishing up, but he is updating with a certain degree every time he launches, like in this case is the Carol Troll Village stuff there, so the texture packs there is updating all of the texture packs for the next gen stuff. Again, this is usually in terms of textures is the most recommended one on Nexus mod, so again, just a pin there if you're thinking about doing the mod stuff here in terms of textures. This is usually one of the better ones in terms of quality, so I leave it here on the article on the description below. And finally, we got Nightingale. Supposedly they are now thinking, the developers thinking of adding offline mode. It launched early access. You got some decent concurrent players here, around 50, a peak of around 50,000 people online. But yeah, probably they are going to add an offline mode. One of the things is that they had decided to prioritize this mode as soon as feasible. This is mainly due to the feedback from players, which is good to see that at least they are listening and able to do some tweaks on the game itself. I think if, for example, when you have this kind of things, having an offline mode in case of, for example, the servers are down for maintenance or something that might interrupt your ability to ping the server or the game to play. Or for example, if you have your internet down in your home and you just want to play, you got the offline mode to go about it. I think it's always a good decision here, and at least you can go about the game on your own, and then later you can just do the co-op stuff. But yeah, it's good to see they are working towards implementation of a offline mode, and the game doesn't seem to be that bad. Got I'm not sure if it is mixed reviews or mostly positive. I'm not sure which it is on Steam at this moment in time, but yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit more. They're going to trying to steam out any bugs and everything throughout the next year, if I think that's the plan. 1 year in early access to introduce more content, to do the polish stage thing there, trying to balance things out because it's a co-op online thing. So they got this this green paints process of steaming out everything, and usually I think it's to a certain degree the better mode. At least you got the game here and you can give some feedback on how you're playing the game, and you will get the return there from the developer. And in this case, I don't think there's going to be like suddenly they just going to shut down the game. I don't think there's a lot of chance of this happening with this game in particular, but yeah, we'll see how it continues. I will try to keep it up because this seems a very interesting game, mainly on the setting that they're using, or the Fae kind of a thing there, the Fae world stuff, and the fact that you have like the cards, how they affect realms and everything seems pretty interesting. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And lastly, we're just going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We've got Pacific Drive. It launched 22nd. I was trying to see... I watched some reviews here and there, and it's very positive. Very intricate kind of systems there. Yeah, if you're, I think it's a good one, and they got the introductory kind of deal here, 10% off. Again, this is on my wish list. I will join when I can, for sure. We'll see how it can be made, because I got a lot of games to go through still. That's why I don't buy games in advance in hopes that I'm going to play them. When I finish my library, I will start checking deals and everything. But yeah, I think this is a very good game from everything that I've been seeing. We got also Lysopai, 25% off. Sorry. We got also BioShock collection. So this is all the free games, the remastered versions of the first two, and BioShock Infinite, and all the associated with all the games. Again, I'm not positive regarding the price here, the final price, because I already have BioShock Infinite, but it's 80% off basically in all games, which is an excellent deal. And on Steam we got finally Marvel's Midnight Suns, 75% off. I think this is, I think it's this legendary edition, the better one, because it has all the character DLC associated, and I think they are a great edition for the base game here. On GOG, I managed to check this one, BattleMech. This is the Mercenary collection, got all the DLC here, the post-launch thing here. I think this is, if you like turn-based strategy and battle with mechs, I think this is a very good game here. Still on GOG you got Children of Morta Complete Edition, 71% off. Again, it's one of those isometric pixel art kind of games here. Roguelike also elements there. I think it's a pretty decent one here too, if you want to give it a go. We got also Dredge, always very recommended all over the place, 30% off. We got Void Blasters, again this got the stamp of recommendation from me. It's 70% off. Already done a gameplay series on this game. Pretty interesting and pretty good in what they achieved there. We got also Wolfenstein. This is the 2-pack, 75% off. Got around 2 days left, and which is the Old Blood and the Wolfenstein, the New Order. And then if you want the sequel, we got Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus for 85% off. This is the Digital Deluxe Edition. We got the playable DLC there, and I think it's well worth it. And yeah, this is what I got for you today, guys. I will wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. Again, the extra support, it's more about, at this moment in time, about storage, for me to be able to get backups of the things that I do for my clients, and of course extra space for the videos that I bring to the channel. And yeah, basically this is it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.